Okay, I do not drop my weapon. I keep my weapon.
Okay.
Um,
All three weapons and the shield.
yes. I want
Man.
to... Now, are the rocks circling him, or are they just kind of floating around him?
They are circling him.
Okay.
You can target any of the five if you wish to.
What all is around me at this moment?
There is the cultist you have just stepped over.
Yeah.
Ildrad, obviously. A frozen guard charging into battle. And a dwarf right here, frozen, stuck in the midst of everything, and a desk, of course.
Right.
And of course, Lyle is prone. The demon currently is hovering over some glass chunks of that one of the throwing daggers.
Um... See, I need to make an attack, but I also need to try and heal Lyle. But if I try and heal Lyle, that'll waste my move.
Each turn Lyle does not do anything, he will lose 2 points. If he hits -10, Lyle is officially dead.
So he's got time. At least one more move. Um, I take out my crossbow, actually,
Okay?
and take aim at whichever gem comes closer. Hold on.
Well, they're all
I'm
circling. You can focus on any one of them. I assume you remember what their respective properties the cultist told you were.
uh most of them,
Do you need a refresher?
if the DM would be so kind.
DM would, because this should be common knowledge. There's the Blood Moon Stone, which was essentially life or
Mm-hmm.
sustainability. Itter's Heart, which was sentience. The Cosmic Stone, which was the soul.
Mm-hmm.
The Emerald Chicken thing you remember,
Yes.
which was the mind. And a Mazza Stone, which was intelligence.
Right. I want to take aim at the Blood Moonstone.
Alright, which is essentially sustainability.
I take aim and try and time it right so when it circles back around, I can hit it proper.
Is your intention to, like, get an arrow off of this and, like, shatter it, or just, like, knock it out of orbit? What is your exact intention?
I want to shatter it.
Okay.
I'll take what I can get, but I want to shatter it.
Alright, roll a d20.
9.
Alright. Now, right off first hands, that's not going to work, but this is not exactly hitting against an AC. So my question now would be, would you like to try and do a contest against these? Or would you have another option? Since these don't technically have ACs.
I do have another option. I can try and force pull it towards me, but I'm
I,
not quite sure what's
I
keeping it up
rephrase
there.
that. I'm not asking another option instead of the arrow. I'm asking, how would you like to roll to do this, as these gems don't have ACs to roll against?
Ah, then...
Would you like me to assign them a number?
No, I think 50-50 would be the better option, but I would prefer a contest because then I have a better chance, honestly.
Fair enough. Would you like to do a d20
Yeah.
50-50? Or a
Yes.
contest?
Yes, D20 contest.
I rolled a
Uh,
19.
there's no chance. That is not even. That's not even. I don't even.
Okay. You miss the Blood Moonstone. Would you like to roll a saving roll to see if you hit any of the other ones?
Indeed.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh,
First, roll me just effectiveness. Just roll me a flat up d20.
a flat out d20. Okay.
Regular d20.
12.
That is decent. That is above average. I will give it to you. Now roll a d4 to see which one you hit.
3.
Alright. You managed to hit glance off. Your arrow glances off, takes a chunk out of this cosmic stone. Cosmic stone was essentially soul. As a chip of this stone goes off, the cosmic stone itself goes into a different orbit than the other stones. Still circling this demon, but it is in a different path, like Pluto.
Mm-hmm.
Pharrell does not look happy by this. It seems to actually twinge as if affected. It will actually take damage. Be it only 10 damage, you do see, in fact, does physically hurt him somehow. But in the process, we'll focus on you.
Awesome.
Alright, Skate, it will be your pet's turns.
I want my dog to fireball this guy.
I'm too zoomed in. Again?
The cultist that's assaulting Vivian.
Okay, roll it.
11.
Just barely. Damage? I guess another fireball.
Yep. 5.
25 damage. Unfortunately, it does not get set on fire this time.
That's alright. I'm just trying to alleviate Vivian's hypnosis.
But that does dispel the hypnosis.
Yay.
She staggers again. Alright.
I can't. Can I control the bird? Because I have another idea.
Yes, I will give it to you.
I want the bird to fly behind the demon and at random, whichever one it can try and grab, attack a stone. Can like
Okay.
birdie suplex it into the ground.
Roll me a d6.
2.
Alright. Your bird has targeted the inner heart. Now roll me a d24 effectiveness.
Come on, super bird. Not so super bird.
Unfortunately, your bird kind of glances off of it. It wobbles in orbit, but not much more. We'll put this
Okay.
one over here for the time being. Well, Ildrad's going to take advantage of the fact that he is not being glared at by the demon and will use surprise attack as advantage to whack this demon another one. With a meager 7 misses. But will try and redeem himself with a saving throw and try and glance one of these stones in the cross swing. With an 18 manages to do so. But with only a d4, aim at the Mazis stone.
Oh no.
Oop, nope. Yoink. And effectability, a 12. Alright. Here's the long and short of it. Ildrad's axe cleaves this massive stone in two. It lets off a large amount of electricity, giving off a wonderful little light show for a few seconds, but it still remains in orbit. Pharrell visibly takes a good hunk of damage from this. of at least 20. And Pharrell seems different. He begins to snarl, very much like a feral beast now.
There went intelligence. He has gone primal.
Vivian! Can you stand on your feet long enough to do anything?
Please, you did it once. You were excellent once.
She's going to bug out of the way of these cultists, and F this.
I don't blame her.
And will actively try and take a pot shot on this demon. She is across the room, but strikes with a 17, with another one of those magic missiles. For a solid 30 damage.
I am very happy that I chose to take a chance and fireball Vivian.
Right. Cultist time. Scathe.
Yes. Yes.
If this does right. Alright, I will actually give myself advantage since it's a sneak attack. Scathe. Take 5 damage upright.
I can deal with that.
As you feel a dagger go on your side.
Just as I go.
As someone has been unaccounted for quite a few turns.
I look down at him and it's just like, why won't you die?
Alright. This cultist here is going to do its best and try and hypnotize the demon. The meager 2 does bugger all. Akron will shout out, "Control the beast," to which the other hybrids will try and respectively do the same. And if they... Nope! And the farther one actually barely gets a glance off. You see Pharrell's eyes flash purple for a second or two. It does not seem to take effect. Alright. The cultist at the back here will roll a meager 7, and unfortunately will not matter, and manages to, if it works out, only roll a 1. Take a pot shot stab, like poking a dead body.
Don't say that. Really?
While that negative 7. Ah, no, I'm subtracting. No. Stay. It's acting weird on me. The one behind you is going to try and grab at your ankles again. With an 18, but I will give you disadvantage.
I want to try one last time to...
Just give it a good solid kick.
Yeah. With an 8.
I'll give it to you. You essentially just knock this guy out.
I'll take it.
He's out cold.
I can deal without cold.
This guy right here is actually going to go for Ildrad. With a 19, gets a solid hit with 5. So he slashes up this gnoll. 25 damage. Pharrell is less than happy. But he is not focused on you. He is wildly looking about. Focusing on the largest thing in the area, which is Ildrad. With a nat 1, does absolutely nothing but land on its feet and go break down on all fours. Animalistic. As if trying to intimidate / threaten this gnoll with an axe.
Great.
Lyle, He's going to summon up all the strength he has. And if it can roll better than a 10, can put off a tiny little health spell. With a 12, manages with all of his strength to meagerly cast a small little personal health spell.
He's stabilized, I hope.
He is stabilized, but he is down. Scathed. You've
I
got
want
a hooded man on your back and a dagger in your side.
I want to what? Oh, okay. Demon is not my priority. Acheron is my priority. How much health do I have? I have 55.
DM wants to remind the player not to waste the magical properties of the shield.
No, I am not going to waste the magical properties of the shield. It would actually not be very helpful at this moment.
DM would disagree, but DM is shutting up.
I'm my understanding of the magical properties of the shield
Would you like a
is
refresher? Do you fully understand?
I understand that I can have it stop, like become immovable.
Correct.
I don't see how making it immovable at this point in time would be assist me unless I can pin Acheron to the ground. So I need to get him off my back first. That's my priority. That's what I was trying to think of how to do.
Okay.
I was actually trying to anticipate that. I was either going to make pin someone or make it immovable long enough to take a hit where I wouldn't get recoil damage. But I was waiting for something heavy to hit me, like the demon.
Would you like to try and counter Akron or just shake him off of you?
Um,
Like,
Actually, I have an idea.
yes.
How heavy is Acheron?
He's smaller than you. He's string bean.
Would I be able to kind of just not necessarily fall back, but reverse tackle him?
Yes, that would be considered a counter.
I would like to do that.
Roll d20 for effectiveness.
If I'm lucky enough, the wind will get knocked out of him. 16?
That will work. You've essentially kicked yourself, and he is underneath you.
Excellent. Now I would like to try and make the shield immovable, put it between him and I, and just kind of pin it down.
Alright, I will get that as a free action. You have now pinned this cultist to the ground with this immovable shield. Oop, I'm dragging
Excellent.
you. Stop! Grab the thing I intend to grab. He's underneath this shield.
I've seen this in a movie once. It worked then.
You can still do a move or an action.
I want to fire something, anything, at the stones. They are still out of reach, aren't they? I can't... Are they out of reach? I don't know. Never actually asked that.
Pharrell is down on all fours. He is physically on the ground now. You believe you could reach out and grab them, potentially. You have 6 targets. All circling about.
I still want to try and target the Blood Moonstone.
Okay? You have honed in on it.
And because it's lower, I might be able to swing at it with the club.
The flail?
Yeah,
Okay.
with a 4.
With a 4, I cannot allow it.
I knew it.
If you would like, you can roll effectiveness a d20 to see if lightning has any effect on it.
I would like to try that.
Do so.
Because I was about to ask, do they take lightning damage? And that's an 8.
Alright. Unfortunately, that does not seem to do much of anything.
Okay.
Give me one more moment.
No problem.
Alright. Familiar's turn.
Yep. Uh, Birdie attacks the whatever stone. Whoa, cat, get off the keyboard. Hello, cat.
If you do not direct one, roll a d6.
Rolling d6 with a 2.
Alright, we'll actually go for this emerald. Roll effectability.
8.
The bird manages to grab it, but only grab it. Your bird is now caught in the orbit holding onto this stone.
Fun. Um, and then Puppy's turn. I want the puppy to shoot a fireball at something. But what is the question? I believe I want him to try and... Well, is this one of the characters I know down here? Down to the south of the
One
puppy?
moment, one moment.
Yep,
Where?
hither.
No, you do not recognize this female here. She appears to have dropped a bow and arrows, quiver of arrows of some kind, but you do not actively know her.
That is unfortunate. Um, okay then. Well, I want to have the puppy try and fireball this cultist, because I was going to try and unfreeze her if I knew her.
Right. Roll it.
Where's Lottie when I need her? 9.
No.
Nope.
Fizzles out. Lottie is probably in Ikit.
Yeah.
Alright, well...
She's a sharpshooter, I need her.
Well, Ildred's gonna do his best and implant this axe into a demon skull. Not one to face from danger with a 14, does a good hit. Of only 15 damage. Alright, Vivian is going to try and actually look back at these cultists here and put them in a stasis spell. So essentially subdue these guys.
Okay.
And if she can get, that will work. And that will work. Alright. These two hybrids are essentially frozen and like hoisted off their feet, somewhat like a force choke, but they're static. They are immobile.
Excellent.
Alright.
They are paralyzed.
Akron's going to curse, say a few things you do not wish to hear, and flail, attempting to get out from underneath of the shield.
Are his arms pinned, might I ask?
Essentially, you've just got him just to where it's like on his chest. His arms are free, he's trying to figure out how to move the shield. Obviously
Okay.
cannot.
Well, then I have an idea for him, then.
Hybrid, this guy here is going to try and hypnotize the demon. And with a 17, actively manages to do so. But it does not appear to be of entire influence. More or less suggestibility.
More like, hey, maybe you shouldn't hit this guy, but more maybe like over here.
Alright. And with a solid 5, this cultist takes the cake. And Lyle is dead.
Well, I tried.
And the only other remaining cultist will straight up go for Ildred again with a 15. It's for only 10 more damage, but Ildred's taking some unnecessary damage. The demons finally got a turn, and will charge this knoll. Alright, with a 16, we roll 5. So 30 damage. And, ooh. And click, click, click. Come on now. Alright. Your dog gets bowled over in the process as this demon practically charges Ildred. It
Is
hits.
my dog okay?
Your dog has been thoroughly stepped on. Looking worse for wear, but your dog is still up. Ildred takes a whop from that, trying to hold this demon back as he's literally pushed across the room.
Okay.
Alright. Skaith, back to you.
I take out my Dao sword. The morphing sword.
Yes.
I want to focus on the glass shards here.
Okay.
Will the sword change?
The sword will change. You
Okay.
are surprised by this, as I believe it was established you had to touch the sword to the object.
It was established that touching it, or at least being close to it.
Fair enough, I will give it without any second thought.
Okay.
Glass sword.
I believe the condition was that it actually had to be in the room, and I had to actually be able to see or be close to it.
Fair enough. Oop, not you. Yes, Skaith, it is still your go.
Okay. I was just waiting for the gems to finish moving. I come over to Akron. He is pinned.
He is.
Technically, he is at a disadvantage.
He is.
I want to skewer his face with my sword, now made of very sharp, fine glass.
Roll a d20.
19.
Roll damage.
4.
He is not dead, but you have made him a new one.
I want to beckon my dog over.
He's down to 50. Your dog will make its way over to you.
As he is now up close and personal to Akron 2, I want him to fireball him in the face.
D20.
8.
Will not work.
Darn.
Between some gurgling, Akron will do his best to shout some obscenities at you and thoroughly show you his displeasure and hatred towards you.
And lastly, I want the bird to Attack an orb.
Alright, unless specified, roll a d6.
I was gonna say I want the bird to poop on his face, but that would not that wouldn't actually do any damage. It would just be humiliation and a 6.
Alright. Now roll d20.
Nat 1.
Right, your bird lets go of the same emerald it was attacking.
That's
Or
fine.
that it was on.
Mm-hmm.
So your bird is just about the room like so.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Ildrad will do his best to break this demon away. And it's still stuck in a struggle. And it's another minor action. We'll try and do the same. Still not good enough. Ildrad is just holding this thing at bay. Vivian is up and close and personal. We'll try and hit this thing.
I just thought of
Magical
something I
attack.
should have done from the beginning.
Rolls a 15. Manages to hit. Only 10 more damage. The more the merrier. Alright. This cultist here will roll influence to try and turn the demon against you as you are attacking their general.
Mm-hmm.
Rolls in 11. It only influences as all it can do is get this demon to look away from Ildrad and begin to advance towards you. The other two hybrids are still in stasis. This one here is actively going to go for you. With a 13. Does 13 hit AC?
It matches.
It matches. So we'll still technically hit
Mm-hmm.
with 15 damage as he strikes you in the back. This other cultist will do the same and misses with an 8.
Okay.
This prone cultist will finally do its best to come to. And you are hit with a huge gust of wind. As this cultist is no longer the meager little cultist, but one of those gigantic birds.
Oh, great.
Not that large. And this thing begins to come to. This one specifically has a blue crown.
All right.
Sorrel will fight this influence. Fail horribly. And still go for you. It has not made it to you as there's a gigantic bird in its way now. Skaith, we're back to the top.
As a minor action, I scream over to Vivian, "How do I unsheath the sword of never miss?"
She's like everyone else, focused on this demon and giant bird that has appeared out of nowhere. The what?
The sword that never misses!
The what? You are not sure if she just actively cannot hear you or has no idea what you're talking about.
It was worth a shot. I want to twist and pull out my sword from Akron's face.
I assumed you just stab him, but you do so effortlessly.
Okay?
Oh! Oh my, I missed a bit. But I will let it slide.
Oh, what?
No, no, keep going.
Okay, okay. Um... I want to